Look around you. Almost everything you see requires energy. Food, water, heat, air conditioning, communications, the tools we use every day. All of it needs energy, and that energy needs to remain affordable. The good news is nuclear energy, fueled by uranium, provides around-the-clock, efficient, and economical carbon-free energy production with reduced costs and environmental impact. Uranium is a common mineral found in many forms across the world. Extracting uranium economically and environmentally responsibly is extremely important. It is the essential fuel for nuclear power plants. There have been many advances in nuclear energy and uranium extraction throughout the past 50 years. One of the most important advances is called In-Situ Recovery, or ISR. ISR offers a minimally intrusive, eco-friendly, and economically viable approach to extracting uranium. It's a technique that uses wellfield technology to remove uranium minerals from the ground without digging pits, creating tailings, and with the absolute minimum consumptive use of groundwater. It has been effectively used for over 50 years and is now gaining attention due to its decreased environmental impacts and lower costs, as the importance of nuclear power is recognized in the global efforts to expand sources of clean energy. What does the process look like? Like all mineral extraction efforts, the first step is finding the uranium. Exploration test holes are drilled to determine the uranium is present. Tests are then performed on samples to look at the potential for the use of ISR to extract uranium. Not all uranium can be extracted with this technology. If the deposit is sandstone hosted and below groundwater, ISR is effective and only used when groundwater is declared by regulators not to be suitable for human consumption. Once existing conditions are defined and confirmed, baseline environmental studies are conducted in full accord with local, state, and federal requirements. Once the regulatory agencies are satisfied that all environmental requirements can be met, approval to extract the uranium may be granted. The ISR process uses injection and production wells to circulate groundwater and oxygen through the uranium-bearing sandstone formations below the surface. An example of a wellfield arrangement is a square 5-spot repeating pattern, but patterns vary depending on the deposit. In a 5-spot pattern, one production well is surrounded by 4 injection wells. Conditions are established to ensure the uranium flows to the extraction well, which removes the uranium-bearing water. Flow meters and control valves monitor and control the flow of oxygenated water within the wellfield. Each wellfield is surrounded by monitoring wells, with additional monitor wells installed directly above and below the wellfield. This ensures that the uranium-bearing water does not leave the wellfield. The uranium-bearing water is then passed through tanks of ion exchange resin beads. The resin acts like a water softener by removing the uranium from the water, and the water is then returned to the wellfield. The uranium is separated from the resin, dried, and packaged into 55-gallon drums. The entire process to extract uranium from the processing plant takes approximately 72 hours. The clean water is then returned to the wellfield to be used to extract more uranium. The dried uranium, also referred to as yellowcake, is then sent to a third-party conversion facility for further refinement and handling. This shipment is conducted under extremely regulated conditions for maximum safety, with each 55-gallon steel drum weighing a minimum of 700 pounds. This shipment completed the first step necessary to create nuclear energy, which presently provides the United States with 20% of its current electricity needs. Back to the wellfield to complete the restoration and reclamation process. The uranium process in the wellfield is complete. Reclamation begins immediately to return the land and the water to its original use category. These predetermined reclamation goals and requirements are specified and inspected by the regulatory authorities. Once the reclamation of the water and the land is approved, the wells are permanently plugged and capped. Surface disturbances, which are minimal, are reclaimed, and a regulatory-approved seed mix and safe topsoil reestablishes vegetation. The groundwater and land surfaces are now once again returned as suitable as they were before for all their former uses. In the United States, every aspect of the nuclear energy industry, including an ISR wellfield and processing plant, operate under the most stringent environmental, health, and safety regulations in the world. enCore Energy Corp., America's clean energy company, is committed to providing clean, reliable, and affordable fuel for nuclear energy as the only United States uranium company with multiple central processing plants in operation.